How's it going, YouTube? My name is Vaping Gamer, aka Matt, and today we have a special guest,
Sean.
Hey.
I don't have a YouTube, but you can get me at Instagram at SeanVaughn1114.
Sponsored.
Yeah,
I'm sponsored by him.
Yeah. If you do promo code Vaping Gamer, you don't get anything. There's
No,
promo codes.
You'll get an error promo code not accepted.
Yeah, because Instagram does promo codes now.
Wait, do they really?
Yeah, and you haven't paid me, by the way.
No, you're my sponsor. You
But
pay
you're
me.
supposed to pay me
No,
to be on your videos.
no.
Yeah, because
you
then
pay
my
me.
Instagram followers will go.
And that, well, my YouTube followers will
All
not.
7 of them?
All 7 of them.
All right.
No, there's 6 because one of them's
6.
me.
One of them's me.
Oh well, fuck. There's only freaking 5.
5. All right.
Love you, 5 people.
All right. Go follow me on Instagram. I need to hit 7,000. So.
So do I. The mod I'm vaping on for this video is the Fuchai 200 watt TC power box. I also have the Aspire Cleto on here, and it's the 120, which is the big motherfucker. Video coming on that soon. I've already recorded part of it. So, and apologize to all y'all 5 fucking people for being 2, I think it's 2, maybe a little more than 2 weeks late on a video. I wonder what that's like having to drip. I don't know, I run tanks.
Shut the fuck up, dude. I'm vaping on the Noisy Cricket. It's a little outdated, to be completely honest, but I see no problems with it. A lot of people like to go with these outrageous, unregulated boxes when this does all the same shit. I love this mod. And I got the Royal Hunter RDA on top, and the black and gold looks absolutely beautiful. Story about how I got this. I was at work, and one of my bosses walked up to me and asked me if I was interested in his rig. And if you don't know what a rig is, it means you're not willing to spend $500 on a mech mod. But he was trying to sell that to me, and I was talking to him about something, this dual unregulated box, and he brought up the Noisy Cricket. And he said he had it out in his truck, and he was like, I'll sell it to you for $30. I was like, well, that's kind of steep. It doesn't come with anything. He's like, oh no, it comes with the Royal Hunter RDA. If you go and look at how much the Royal Hunter RDA is, they're like $49.99. Plus about $20 for the Noisy Cricket. So I got this for about half the price that you're going to spend on it for the set. So that was really cool.
So basically what he's saying is, fuck all you guys. He got his shit for cheap.
I got 2 Claptons in here, and this fucking tastes amazing. I love it. I'd say this Royal Hunter is really easy to build on. It came with a lot of really cool stuff. Spitback's not a problem because it's got this filter in here. It catches all the spitback. I haven't had any problems with it whatsoever. But that's not all we're going to be talking about today. We actually have a lot more than just vapes to talk about. You guys saw, I'm sure you have, the new G-Priv came out. And if you haven't seen it, it's a touchscreen mod, but the touchscreen is completely different. I mean, the touchscreen on the G-Priv is basically like the touchscreen on a cell phone. It's beautiful. I love it.
I'll probably link somewhere to where an image at least of something in the description.
Yeah. Well, Best Buy was trying to sell the G-Priv because, you know, it's sort of an electronic device and the touchscreen and everything, and they got shut down because the FDA doesn't want Best Buy to sell tobacco products without it being considered a tobacco store. I mean, this is kind of fucking ridiculous. That, yeah, fuck the FDA. you and how would you say one of the vape shops around here is shutting down?
Yeah, one of I didn't really go in there just because I didn't know about it until I found Rolling Fog, which is my favorite vape shop I've ever been to. But yeah, they're closing their doors. I don't know the full details, if it's just money-wise, if it's the regulations on the FDA, but it has something to do with the FDA, I guarantee it, because they're making it so hard for vape shops to get up and running and for people to switch to vaping, because now if I were to open up a vape shop, I am legally, FDA regulations, I am not allowed, if he comes in my shop and he smokes cigarettes, I am not allowed to say, well, the best thing for quitting smoking is, or the best juice we have for quitting smoking is. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to even recommend, okay, you vape, 2 packs a day? I recommend this nic level or that nic level. You're legally not allowed to do that as a vape shop owner.
I mean, the whole reason vaping became a thing is it started with the pens, and it moved to my first vape, which is the iTaste MVP, and it moved to little things like this. And you know, it started so you could quit smoking. That's the whole reason it started, and people can't even really use that anymore because you go into a shop and you're like, all right, I need to quit smoking. My doctor said so. What can you do to help me? Oh, I can't give you any recommendations because I'm not legally allowed. Mm-hmm. But it's literally so people can quit smoking, and you can't even use it as that anymore. And it all seems kind of ridiculous to me. It's fucking ass backwards.
There's also a thing going around. I don't know how far up the governmental chain it is, but there's a thing going around that vape companies aren't even allowed to advertise anymore. Like, they have magazines dedicated to vaping. Vape magazine,
which you're not supposed to subscribe to unless you're 18 years old.
Yeah, but they're making it to where you are not allowed to advertise vape products in any magazine or on TV or anything.
Just like you can't advertise tobacco products.
Exactly.
Anymore. You're not going to go see the Camel guy anymore because legally you're not allowed to advertise for that anymore. And it's becoming the same thing with vaping, which, you know, the FDA is talking about how dangerous it is, but then they go and turn around and treat an actual healthy alternative as if it's not, as if it's just as bad, which, I mean, you couldn't get much more safe. I mean, unless you're stupid and you don't know what you're doing, oh, you're going to blow your hand off. No, you're not. Not if you know what you're doing.
And 95, I'd say about 80% of unregulated devices, his doesn't, but the unregulated device I have, comes with a MOSFET protection, which is basically like the fuse in your car that instead of like your radio blowing up because it's getting too much power, the fuse will blow, and then you just replace the fuse. So my shit ain't gonna ever fucking blow up on me. I am a amateur vapor, but I know what I'm doing and I know common sense. You know, I know positive to positive, negative to negative. I'm not a fucking retard. You know, it's healthy. And the only thing that makes this device right here a tobacco product is the juice inside of it. Any vape juice, like if I went into a vape shop and just bought the Fuji and then just bought the Aspire and no juice, I am technically not buying a tobacco product. If I were to somehow magically find a way to use it without juice, I would not be using a tobacco product. So as soon as I buy juice, I put it in here and I vape it, I'm smoking a tobacco product.
I mean, to consider nicotine level juices, to consider them tobacco products, it sort of makes sense, but on the backhand it doesn't. I mean, people talk about how dangerous vaping is because it can blow up, but they don't realize if I'm vaping to quit smoking, I'm not going to walk into a vape shop and say, let me get the freight mod so I can quit fucking smoking.
Let me get that double stack tube.
Yeah, you know, so I can quit smoking.
You're Nobody
looks for it. They want something, you know, just like that. That plain and simple. You throw your little fucking $3
even
tank
simpler
on.
Than that, you know, the fucking the little pens that the EVOD or like the Ego style pens. Yeah.
I mean, you don't even have to go sub on, but as soon as, you know, one thing happened, I would say excuse me, but that seems more disrespectful than just fucking letting one go. You know, it pisses me off because, you know, for perfect example, my mom, she wants to quit smoking and she can't find anything to help her. She's tried the gum, she's tried the patches, she's tried
the blues,
which are, I don't even want to fucking say
that name. I'm gonna save that for another video.
But you know, and she was talking about vaping, and I handed her, you know, my MVP, and I had some juice in it, and she was like, "Wow, that really tastes good," and I got the nicotine I wanted. And as soon as, you know, she was online and she heard some guy's vape blew up, she just was done with it. And I tried to explain it to her, and she seemed okay with it, and then she just read more and more, and she read what the FDA had to say, and she read what the government had to say about vaping, and she's just completely turned away from it. She said she'd rather die from smoking than have something blow up in her hand. And
I love when somebody, when I'm talking to a smoker, okay, I have encountered many a smoker who doesn't know vape at all, doesn't really know the facts, all they read is what the government says. And for example, I had one guy said, what kind of cigarette is giving you that much smoke? I'm like, it's not, it's a vape. He's like, oh, I'd rather smoke than that shit. But I love it when they bring up the popcorn lung. The one case of popcorn lung that has yet to be proven as a thing from vaping, as vaping is the cause. I love it when people bring that up because that just shows their level of stupidity. That, like, the fuck? I've been vaping on going on 2 years. You've been vaping for how long?
Longer than you have.
Yeah, longer than I have, and he's fucking younger than I am too.
I started vaping when I was like 14. I started vaping at the end of my freshman year, and so that puts me at about 4 to 5 years I've been vaping.
You got popcorn lung?
Yeah, I mean, caramel butter, all down the throat.
You're missing some fingers from mod.
Yeah,
right?
all my mods have blown up on me. You know, I've vaped unregulated for about a year.
I think most of the mods you've ever have been unregulated.
Yeah, I mean, I've straight mech. I mean, for the longest time I have about 5 mech mods. I mean, I don't use them anymore because I'm trying to go simpler. But you got to know what you're doing. I mean, just like with absolutely anything.
A car can blow up on you.
A car can blow up if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, you could put a car in neutral and floor it, and then guess what? You fucking blew your shit. And is that your fault for not knowing, or is it the car manufacturer's fault? It's your fault for not knowing. They're not going to blame Dodge because your fucking car blew up when you put it in neutral and decided to floor it. Yeah. But they want to blame the vape companies and vaping in general for something blowing up because you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
Put it this way. I would have to do more stupid shit to get this to blow up than I would my laptop right there.
To fucking make this blow up, the only way you're making this blow up is if you fucking puncture a battery.
Yeah.
That you cannot. I mean, I'll hold down this fire button for a second.
All he's gonna do is burn out my coil.
Holding it down.
And it has a 10-second?
Holding it down. The battery's gonna blow up. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, it stopped.
Because of the 10-second cutoff.
Because of the 10-second cutoff. And mods have that. This one, no. This doesn't have it. It's completely... I could hold this down forever, and it's never gonna stop until the coils catch on fire
or the battery dies.
Yeah, but oh shit!
You leaking juice like a motherfucker. Yeah. You burnt the fuck out of my coil. I know you did. That's delicious. But no, like,
if you guys really want to know all about it, there's one man who will go on a fucking rant for hours, and you guys have heard of him from his channel. You might know him personally. His name is Fish up at Rolling Fog. All you have to do is bring up "fuck the FDA," and this man will tell you absolutely everything you need to know.
Or if you're not in the area, if you're not in Boiling Springs, South Carolina, or anywhere near Salisbury, North Carolina, go watch a Grim Green video.
Go watch a Rip Trippers video. Go watch a Zophie Vapes video. Go watch Indoor Smokers video. Go watch... any of them. Ruby Roo, you could watch any of them. Yeah. Fucking Twisted Messes. They could all tell you everything you need to know.
Almost every Grim Green video that he puts up, he does a little mini rant on fuck the FDA, and he has links that fucking tell you exactly, truthfully, what is going on. It is, and one thing I read on his channel, and I absolutely love it. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to go back and find it so I can link it. But it was from the eyes of a non-smoker, non-vapor, who knew people who smoked and knew people who vaped. And he put all this stuff and all the facts on a website, and he listed, and he came to the conclusion that we are fuck the FDA. He had positives for the FDA, why the FDA is right, and he had positives why the vape community is right. But like I said, a non-vapor, non-smoker ended up coming to the same conclusion. Fuck the FDA.
I mean, you Rip Trippers, I mean, not only because I'm trying to jump on the Rip wagon, but he was the first YouTuber I watched. And,
Vape YouTuber.
The vape YouTuber I watched. And, the way he put it was, people are trying to save themselves. And these can save people, literally save lives. I mean, lung cancer is more of a problem than people realize. And the thing is, as soon as there's an alternative, people want to shut it down, unless it's run by Big Tobacco. The FDA has no problem with Big Tobacco. They're not going to try to shut them down. But as soon as there's an alternative...
That's why there's nothing against blues.
No, you're not going to hear... I mean, when they say they want to shut down vape, they want to keep the blues. They want to keep everything. They want to take away all your sub-ohm, all your rebuildables, all the hobby, the fun that gets put into it. I mean, vape has turned into a hobby for me also as an alternative.
Fuck yeah.
Rip Trippers vaped, or he smoked, and then he started vaping, and he was vaping at like 12, 16 nick. And
Nice.
now when he whenever he does a video and he shows what juice he uses and he does a quick little round like this, it says 0 nick. And in one of the videos he says he vapes 0 to 3 now. And that's a big step.
Mm-hmm.
Going from cigarettes to 0 to 3 nicotine, that means you are literally vaping flavor. That is it. This is just flavor.
VGPG.
I mean, vegetable glycerin. It's literally what it sounds like.
Vegetables.
It's vegetable glycerin.
Don't want to get copyright.
I mean, I don't know. I can't talk about it enough.
And like,
if you have any questions, go to your local vape shops. Not tobacco and vape. Just go to a vape shop.
Just Google vape shops near me, and if they have anything, if they have the words tobacco or smoke in them, stay the fuck away. Simple as that. And like Fish, we were talking about Fish at Rolling Fog. He smoked forever, and he's been vaping for 3 years. And he was at a 12 in a 12, 16, 24 nick.
I'm pretty sure he's at what 1.5.
1.5.
1.5.
He will cough up a lung on 3.
Yeah, that's the way I am. I mean, I
can do some 3s, but mainly 1.5.
A friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, back home in Illinois, he smoked, and we're both 18 years old, but he smoked from the time he was 14 up until he was 18 years old. Right when he turned 18, just for the hell of it, he walked into a vape shop. He walked into a vape shop and was just talking to people, and he made his first purchase. His first purchase was some cheap little fucking pen that he got, and as soon as he started hitting that pen, he quit smoking. And me, come to find out from getting sick from smoking, I have a nicotine sensitivity. If I vape too much nicotine, I get nicotine poisoning, I get headaches, I throw up, and it's really bad for me.
That's from being around so much smoke as a kid.
The bad part is I may be like that, but I could still be addicted to nicotine, but I need that fix.
Are you kidding me?
Who is it?
Oh, it's my girl.
Oh, tell her, hold on.
I did.
Stupid.
I told her. Sorry about that, guys.
But it saves people. I mean, right now, I would, instead of doing this, I'd probably be outside smoking a cigarette. And I'm lucky to have this as an alternative.
And I'm lucky for him. He's the one who told me. I had no idea what vaping was until he came down one summer. And I fucking see him getting out of the car, and he's just like...
He's like,
fucking big ass. I'm like, what the fuck? Dude, there's cops around. You can't be taking that big of a hit off a fucking bong. What the hell? No, and I'm like, what is that? I fucking tried. What? That juice? That was the coffee.
Yeah, it was coffee.
Oh, that shit was so fucking good.
It was. Now it's probably the nastiest juice I've ever had. It was a 6 nick. It was like coffee with cream, and I actually stole it from a friend of mine and brought it down here with me, and it was good at the time. Now I wouldn't even think about fucking hitting it, but it was thrown on top of this, and I actually built on this isn't meant for RDAs, but I built like a 1.8 ohm fucking coil, and I wrapped it on an RDA and I threw it on here, and it produced a little bit. This is like an 11 watt, 12 watt max, but and he was like, whoa, what the fuck is that? We need to go to the tobacco shop and get some more flavors and stuff. And so we bought like 6 bottles of juice.
We bought Mountain Dew, Fireball, Code Red, Red Bull.
All that
so much shit.
And we sat in the garage for, I mean, I can't even say one night. We probably sat in the garage for like 3 nights.
I think we slept out there.
We slept out there. And we just spent like 3 nights.
It was you, me, Chad,
Martin, Nathan. We all just sat in the garage and we just vaped and played video games. We were doing tricks, we were vaping, and for the first time in a while, this dude went without a cigarette for hours on end just because he was
3 days.
He was just vape, and it literally saves people. And the FDA is trying to take that away, and I can't stand that. Like, why take that away? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm gonna link a website. There's a poster I see in a lot of vape shops. I used to. I don't see anymore because they're not allowed to tell you the benefits of vaping. It's basically your body going 24 hours without a cigarette. And it's basically like your body fucking changes so much and gets so much healthier just 24 hours without a cigarette. Even without vape. If you don't want to vape, okay, fine. Don't fucking vape. Just don't smoke. Like,
big tobacco makes so much money off people just to kill them. And I mean, I can't really talk because I'll eat greasy fast food all fucking day.
yeah, but you don't see the FDA going after McDonald's.
I mean, if they come out with a fucking alternative, I'll fucking chow fucking down. But
Hell yeah.
I don't see one right now. And
There is one. It's called being a vegan.
I mean, if you really want to fucking lose your balls and sew up your vagina and become permanent virgins, go right the fuck ahead and be a vegan. No offense to any vegans.
Give me that tofu bacon.
Ugh.
Disclaimer, we are not actual vegans.
No, I'll eat this fucking dog.
No dogs were harmed in the making of this video.
Not yet. With that, I think that sums up our little fucking FDA rant because...
This started, we were just going to talk about the thing at Best Buy. That's it.
But it turns into so much more. I mean, if you really want to know... God, I don't even know which video it is. Look up Rip Trippers. And in the title of his videos, if he talks about the FDA, he will put that in the title. Find it. Click on his links and read everything you need to know if you don't know yet. Also, there's going to be a link for my Instagram. Follow me at SeanVaughn1114. Yes, there will be a link to my fucking Instagram. Now what?
Alright, well, this is going to wrap up this video. Remember, key points, fuck the FDA, and fuck the FDA. And review on these two, both of these, coming soon.
And if you want me in more videos, give a like. I don't know. I mean, I like this. I like talking about it. I like being on camera. YouTube's something I wanted to do for a while, even if it's a co-part. Shut the fuck up. Even if it's a little co-part thing, I don't want any credit. This is just fun for me. So, hit the like button, leave some comments, and make sure you subscribe to this dude's channel because he knows what he's talking about. So make sure.
Because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just repeating what other people who know what they talk about say.
Make sure you hit Rolling Fog Vapor Company, South Carolina, North Carolina, Salisbury.
Get them up right there. Little cameo for them.
But that's going to be it. I'll let him do his little outro. I'm fucking hungry.
Go get some food. Alright, guys. And remember, be proud to vape.